Good girl. Yo, yo, yo. It's Marky Marks Tarot. My God. Well, I'm trying another browser because I want to. Hey, Sully, I'm doing good. How are you? Hey, Maria. How you doing, sweetheart? You good? Yeah, my day was good. Both my teams won. I didn't cook for dinner. I had takeout, so that's always a plus. Pretty much relaxed all day, which is good. I'm getting the I have to put up my link. Um, I have to put up my PayPal link. I was just gonna about to do it. Give me a sec, because I'm on a new browser here because I'm trying something different. Because on Google Chrome, it's acting crazy, and I want to try the Firefox one now to see if it works better. Hey, Joanna, how you doing? You could PayPal or Super Chat, either one. Yeah, so I had to. I was on. What was I gonna say? I was on Marley's live earlier, and then it clipped out again, like it usually does. And I was like, why the heck did it do that? I've got a new computer now. And then I read online that Google Chrome does that. It crashes out. And I've been using Google Chrome all this time. So they said to use the Firefox browser and see if it's better. So I have to see if it's better. But I always tell people, I think honestly, I think that I honestly feel like it's YouTube acting up. That's what it is. I just got your PayPal. Thanks, Sully. You can go ahead and ask your two questions when you're ready. But yeah, I'm trying something different today. See if the browser works better now. Because it's very annoying to crash out. But it hasn't crashed out since I had this new computer. So well, it crashed out today in Marty's live, but it won't crash out. It hasn't crashed out when I'm live, which is good. At least not yet. Don't mind my dog in the background. She's a pain in the ass. Everybody be like, no, she's not. Leave her. All right, pain in the ass. What's the matter? You okay? You good? Crazy dog. All right, so Sully, you said, what are Nada's feelings and intentions for me? No contact. Oh, if there is no contact, then I usually tell people that if there's no contact, then no answer is an answer. And if no one's contacting you, that's pretty much showing you their intentions and feelings. You know what I mean? But we'll check the cards and see what it says. Hmm. All right. Okay. Well, even though you guys just stopped talking, I feel like communication might pick back up again soon. Um, his feelings and intentions are still good. He still feels like, things can be cool with you guys and things can get better. I feel like this guy is, um, he might be a businessman or he might be a person that works a lot or has like a job where he needs to work. And he has to like deal with his life and his job first, and then he'll see what he can do with you on, when he has a chance or when he feels like talking to you again. But I do see communication coming back, even if, yeah, he's a businessman. So I got the King of Cups here. So he's a businessman. He's busy. He's doing his thing. I still feel like he's gonna communicate with you soon, and you will talk to him soon. And the intentions are good. The feelings are still there. He feels like you want to control him or you want to control the situation that you are in with him. So because you might control the situation or you want to control the situation, he doesn't want that. So if that's the case, then I would say that's what I see here. But he does he does admire your confidence and your actions and your accomplishments and all that type of stuff. Like I don't get nothing bad here, even though you guys aren't talking to each other. Like I still think that there's gonna be some communication in the next couple of days. Cut it out. Cut it out. This fucking dog. It's gonna irritate me now. You want more consistent communication. See, so because you want that and you want to control that situation, and you're long distance, he's probably like, look, I ain't got no time for this shit. Like, I have to work. I got to deal with things. So that's probably the situation. So if you want more consistent communication, that means that he thinks that you're trying to control the communication and control the situation. But I feel like the reason why he's not communicating a lot is because he's a businessman, he's doing his thing, and work is like his number one priority. And if you guys are long distance, then you can't really expect too much. That's just my opinion, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, you can't build on that unless you're together. You know what I'm saying? Long distance stuff ain't gonna work unless you're planning on seeing each other or you have seen each other or you're about to see each other. That's totally different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. But even though this like it's not no communication, I still see I got all good cards here and all good situations about to come. Right. So that's why if you've seen them already, then obviously the connection's there, the energy's there, and I still feel like things are gonna get better, even though things haven't been that great now. I still feel things will be better. You might not hear from them right away, but I don't think he's like gonna go out of his way to communicate with you right away, but if you like say something to him, he might respond to you. But if you've already done that, then I would say leave it alone until he contacts you. But even though that's kind of weird, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah. It's telling me the same thing. Like he feels like things ain't gonna go nowhere if you guys aren't really like together. There also could be like delays on his side, and he's got like things going on business wise, work wise. So like he's trying to focus on that right now, on money, on like being happy, but also like trying to get money at the same time. But I do feel like he'll communicate with you soon. It's not telling me exactly when, but like I'm getting that he will. Long distance relationships are such a pain in the ass. I would never do that again. That's for sure. Did it once, won't do it again. Actually, I probably did it like maybe twice, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it was twice. All right, let's check. Mm, I would say that there's like women that admire him. Like if he's a good looking guy, then I would say like women like hit on him or like want to talk to him, but I don't see him like romantically involved with anybody because I don't even get like a situation here where he's like dating or in a relationship. I just feel like he doesn't he's looking for, the right woman, but he's not dating anybody or romantically or sexually involved with anybody. I just feel like he might be admired by other women. Like I think other women hit on him or flirt with him, but that's about it. There's no romance here, there's no sex here, there's no nothing. What I do get is like he has like regrets about being with certain women in his life or people, and he feels very incomplete. He has no love in his life. He still feels like, there's flaws with every woman that he deals with. So I think that he's looking for a strong, energetic, a woman with action and confidence, but he keeps finding women that, ruin his ideas, go against what he thinks, goes against what he wants, tries to control him, tries to want too much from him and don't understand, what his life really is. But if anything, I feel like women flirt with him or hit on him, probably because he's got money or he's like good looking. So if that's the case, then I would say that women are like admiring him. But I don't see any woman in his life that he's romantically or sexually involved with. I don't even see him seeing anybody. I just see him like focused on his life and his work. And I kind of feel like he doesn't like care too much about like being in a relationship because he probably went through like a disaster relationship or marriage. If he was married before, then I think that that ruined his hopes and he's divorced now or whatever. But if he hasn't been married and he had like a really bad relationship, it kind of messed up his whole thought pattern with women. But to answer your question, he may be talking to women that flirt with him, but I don't see that he's with anybody romantically or sexually or anything like that. I don't get that. I don't know if that made sense to you, but that's what I got. But I would say like before the end of this month, he'll contact you. Like maybe the next 10 days. Like I would say before like there's only 2 weeks left in this month. So I would say that he's gonna contact you. There will be contact between you and him in the next 2 weeks or before the end of the month. I just feel like he's probably like just taking a break from everybody. You're welcome, Sully. Thank you too for coming by. Hopefully, it gets better for you and him, but that's tough. Long distance stuff is very tough. But I don't get nothing like extremely bad, so that's good. That's definitely something that I won't get myself involved into anymore, unless it's really you know, like the person's coming here to live or something. Well, my advice to you is to ask yourself this question: do you want all of his time so he can't work and he can't do nothing, and then you're gonna call him a useless piece of crap because he doesn't work and he doesn't do anything? Or are you gonna say, when he has time, I'll be there? So you have to ask yourself, do you want a man that's gonna be around you 24/7, or you want a man who's working hard to pay the bills and to like do everything he can to make you and his life better when you're together? Do you want a stable man that works a lot and has enough time for you? Or you want like some lazy bum that doesn't do nothing and gives you all the time in the world and doesn't want to work and lives off of you? So it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But you know what, Sully? If you gotta understand one thing. Hey, Erica, how are you, sweetie? I want you to understand something on like my advice, like is what I want you to understand. Right, but how could you build a bond long distance? Long distance stuff ain't gonna work, in my opinion, unless you're in each other's energy. Then there's no bond. You can't bond by going looking at each other on a phone or on like video chat all day. That's not gonna work. You have to be in people's physical presence in order for something to like to work. You know what I mean? That's the toughest part. The long distance part has to be a short distance and it has to be a bond, energy exchange. So how can you like expect too much being so far away from 'em? That's what you have to ask yourself. And if he's a businessman and he has a business where he lives, he's probably not going to change his life just to come to you. But you got to ask yourself, do you want to change your life to go to him? And is that even possible or is that even an option? And if it is, then maybe you should do that, or maybe you should like go and go to him for like a month and see if you can handle dealing with him and his energy for a whole month. I don't know. That's just my advice and my suggestion. Right. So see, he wants you to move. You're willing to do it, but you just need to feel secure. But how are you going to feel secure if you're miles away? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, like in order for you, if he's offering you that, then hey, go for it. Yeah. I mean, because the cards are good on my end. I think that if you do it, it'll be good because I think that he really wants to be with you, but you're just far away. And how can he like do too much if you're not even there? So he's probably saying to himself, she's not coming here. So what am I gonna do? The only way you're gonna feel secure, in my opinion, is if you actually go there for like a month and give it a try. That's my advice and my suggestion, to be honest. Because if I was in your predicament, I would tell a woman, look, you can come here. I'll find you a place, or you can stay with me, or whatever you want to do, or whatever, however in far deep into the relationship you are in, or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna make sure you're here for at least a month, so we can have a bond, so we can see if it's really worth it. Because if there's no physical energy, there's no relationship. There's nothing. You see what I'm saying? All that long distance shit ain't gonna work. And that's why you're frustrated now. And you're not sure now because there is no connection. There's no like physical connection. I learned that the hard way. And I used to say it, I used to tell myself all the time, you're talking to this damn woman over the phone on video chat and you don't even know what the fuck she's doing when you're not speaking to her. And she don't know what I'm doing either. So how is this gonna work? And some relationships start like that where you meet online, or you meet like you have a long distance relationship and somebody moves, and or you both meet each other and then get along, and then all's good. So you'll never know till you try. And you said you already have seen him already, so that's a plus. So if you've already seen him already and he told you to come see him, what more, how more secure you want to be? To me, that's like what I would do. I would tell a woman, now that you see me, we've been together and we're cool, then hey, why don't you come here for a longer period of time and see if we can make it? That's just my opinion. That's my perspective and my opinion. But that's just me, what I would do. But it's difficult. I know that. How you been, Erica? You good? No problem, Sully. I just want you to be happy. That's all. But from my perspective and my opinion, that's what I think. But energy exchange is the biggest thing in a relationship. You know, like you have to like exchange the energy with each other physically. You know, and that doesn't mean like have sex every day. That means be in each other's presence, talk to each other, communicate with each other. Spend time with each other. But the only way that's gonna happen is if you're there. And a lot of people don't like think that, oh yeah, if a businessman is busy and he's working all day, he's not going to have too much time to pick up that phone to talk to you. He's got to do his thing. And if you can appreciate that and know that when he has time, he'll be able to speak to you and talk to you. But if you want to, like, if you can handle that, then that's great. Because then you have to remember that work is work and time and free time is free time. So when he's free, you have all of his time. But if you're not there, then it's pretty much pointless. But if you're there, then at least he's like, yes, she's here. So now I can focus more on her because she's actually here. That's what I always said to the women that I dealt with online. I was like, well, I'm not moving nowhere. You know where I live? I live in Bermuda. I don't live in your crazy ass countries full of bullshit. This is a nice small island, and we don't have no serious crime and violence and bullshit over here. Everything's expensive, but that's about it. And I always tell you, you can come here, but I ain't going where you are. Hell no. Unless you're living in a better place than me, then we'll make a deal. If you can convince me to leave where I am, then that'll be a miracle. That's why I can't really deal with long distance shit unless somebody's really, really want to move here. But not too many people can handle living here. It's a different world over here. And some people love it and stay here for the rest of their lives. Like my parents did. Like a lot of people I know did. But like anywhere in the world, you have to adapt to the culture and the ways and the people. And if you can do it, then you can do it. But your love for that person should override everything. Hey Shania, how you doing? The challenges of life. Sometimes I get annoyed that sometimes the people that we get along with or we like are in a different country or a different place, and then we're like, how the hell is this gonna happen? You got like completely. It's like a huge challenge to leave your life to go to someone else's, and if it doesn't work, then you regret it or you say I'm an idiot or I shouldn't have done that. It's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But if you do it and risk it all and it works, you're gonna be like, this is the best decision I ever made in my life. So it's like, what the hell? So it's like I understand totally how people feel. So that's the problem. Thanks, Shania. I think you like all my hats. I'll give you some if you want. Look, I only have like 300 of them or something like that. I probably don't have that much, but I have at least 200. I think probably. Some would say I probably have more, but yeah, I gotta stop buying them. Actually, I'm gonna take a break on buying hats. I have too many. I still have hats I've never used, but yeah, I'm just joking. I don't give away my shit. I do have some though that I don't have that I don't use anymore. I just don't like. Sometimes I buy hats and I wear them. I'm like, I don't really like this hat. I have like about maybe 50 hats upstairs in a container, and I tried to sell them, but people were like, but if I give them away, everybody would take them. But if I want to sell them, they're like, nah. I'm like, yeah. Everybody wants shit for free. Well, guess what? These hats are expensive. They ain't cheap. Yeah, that's the problem. Sending things to people it costs an arm and a leg to send shit to people. You know, my hats are all one size. See, they're 7 and 5/8. My hats, a lot of my hats aren't like the snapbacks, so you have to have like the same head as me or the same size. No, no, that's your choice. I don't cost nobody nothing. If you come in here and pay me for something, that's your choice. That's your problem, not mine. I never say to anybody, you gotta give me this and give me that. It's all free will. That's why I never feel guilty or never feel anything about it. It's a free will channel. You do whatever you want. I actually wanted to go to this car boot sale today, but I drove across there and there was only a couple people there. But I have like so many hats that I want to get rid of, and like I'll sell them for cheap because they cost me a good amount of money. So I need to get something from like I can do a deal with somebody and say, "Look, I'll give you 10 hats for this price," or whatever. My nephews have taken some hats from here. I told my nephew, he says, "Uncle Mark, you have all these damn hats. This one right here. Can I have it?" I say, "Yeah, you can have it." "Oh, serious?" I say, "Yeah, you can have it." "Oh, it matches my outfit. So can I have it?" I say, "Yeah, you can have it. Good. I'll give it to him. If it ain't one of my exclusive decent hats, then I ain't giving it away. But or I'll buy him one or whatever. Buy him the same one, but he can have mine. I have like a couple hats that mean a lot to me, like championship team hats and shit like that. There's a hat that I have over there that I probably will never wear because it's the championship hat and I don't want to wear it. I've worn it once, but that's about it. I like to keep it in my cabinet. I don't want to ruin it. I actually have to go through the container of hats that I have upstairs. I gotta go through it, see what I want and what I don't want. But even the ones I don't want, it's all in a container, like so it doesn't get full of mold or dust and shit. I take care of my shit, you know. I actually tore up some old clothes today. Some old shitty clothes I had. I tore it all. I cut them all up for rags. I got like a whole bag full of rags from all the old shirts I've had for like years. I even threw away like 3 pairs of shorts with holes and shit all ripped up, and a pair of pants that I had that I used to cut the grass that had a hole in it, and my phone would like pop out of the pocket and shit. My sister will always diss me, said, "You got all that damn clothes? You mean to tell me you need to still wear that shit?" I said, "Yeah, I don't want to wear no decent clothes to cut the grass, but come on, that thing's got fucking holes in it. You've had that shit for like years now." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna throw it away today then. Fuck it." When I put it in the trash, I was like, "All right, bye. Nice knowing you for 20 years." Cause I'm always wearing the same size, so I don't have to like buy too much shit. Like, but I had to like give up all the old shit. A lot of clothes is like all fucked up, so I might as well use it as rags now. I need rags for the workshop when I do work and stuff. So once those rags are gone, I'll just chop up some more old ass clothes I have. I've given away a lot of clothes to my nephews, to that other guy, my other friend's stepson. So I keep giving away shit because I got a lot. I actually want to give like a whole bundle of stuff to like Salvation Army, or there's like this Muslim place that takes all this like clothes and stuff and they give it to the poor people and stuff like that. Or they sell it and make money for their foundation or whatever. I might actually go give them a couple containers of shit. I used to do it a lot, but then I stopped because the place they're in, it's hard to like drive in there and drive back out. It's a pain in the ass. But I actually might take some containers there because I have some like plastic containers that I want to get rid of, and I'll just stuff some clothes in there and just drop it off. Say, here you go, you can have this. I just give it away. I don't even care. It's all shit that I don't like. I might see some like homeless guy on the side of the road with one of my shirts, but that's cool. At least it benefits him. But yeah, there's a lot of places here that there's actually a new foundation here. It's been out for maybe like 4 years or so. They take clothes, sneakers, and everything, and then they like give it to like the poor people, and they make sure like everybody's got clothes, and kids who are like deprived and don't have, like homeless kids, and orphans and things like that. My sister and I, we always donate clothes and stuff that we don't need. Especially if you have kids, you can't have the same clothes for your kids for too long. After 2 years, your kid's size changes. They get bigger. They need bigger shoes. They need bigger socks, bigger shirts. Same thing with like, having a daughter is probably more expensive than having a son. But having multiple kids is like, and they're the same. Like probably you'll probably resonate with this, Maria. Is your oldest son, his clothes probably went to the next son, and then the next son and the next son. So they probably wore each other's clothes forever. I'm sure you probably did that. Because my brother's old clothes was on my back for many years. When my brother got older, his clothes went to me because he's 9 years older than me. So my mom would say, "Look, this was your brother, so you can have it now because it don't fit him no more." I was like, "All right, cool." I remember like he had some sneakers that I always wanted, and it didn't fit him anymore, so I ended up taking them. And I was like, "Yeah." It's like getting new shit, but not really. People will only understand that if you have like siblings that are older or younger. Yeah, see, that's cool. Same thing with my older sister. A lot of my older sister's clothes went to my younger sister because we were like years apart from each other. So that's the good thing. My mom didn't have to buy too many things. But if you have like a boy and a girl, you're kind of fucked because the clothes, you have to buy different clothes and different shit. And kids grow so fast, you be spending money on clothes constantly. Hey, Marley, how's the weather? Is it shitty or is it okay? I saw the destruction that storm's done already. I'm like, what the fuck? That's some crazy shit. But please be safe. Don't go the fuck outside. That's just some whack shit. It ain't got there yet. Yeah. Hopefully it dies down before it gets there. Cause I saw what it did to like the places before it's gonna get to you, and it fucked up everything. Like pure tornadoes and shit. Shit's flattened. Like I was like, oh dang. Yeah. Well, hopefully your place is good too, and it gets it gets spared by this. Because tornadoes are weird. It only goes to certain places, like. Yeah, I'm glad you have a place to go to. Because it says right on that thing that you posted on Facebook, it says like you gotta go somewhere that's. that's very secure. Because if not, you're gonna be flying, and that shit's no joke. I already saw what it did to other places. I was like, shit. I hope so. Yeah. But they said it went through like Missouri or something like that. Or some place it went through and flattened all sorts of shit, fucked everything up. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. Well, hopefully your place gets spared and everybody else and nobody dies. I pray that everything goes well for you and your family and everybody. And say hi to mom for me. Spirit will be with you guys. Milton will be there helping you guys, making sure everything's okay. Yeah, I don't blame you though. That's a good thing though. As long as you have somewhere decent to be. Every time there's a hurricane, I worry, but I don't worry too much because this house is fucking like solid as shit. So it's super solid, so I ain't gotta worry too much. You love making noise, don't you? You sound like a congested pig. Calm your ass down. This damn dog, make some damn noise. She scared the shit out of me just now. She snored like super loud. Sound like a damn congested pig. Like she can't breathe. There you go, Dan. That's a good idea. But hey, sometimes even here in Bermuda, we have all concrete brick houses, and there's no wooden houses here. But our roofs are made out of slate, like limestone slate. And sometimes the wind gets underneath the roof and lifts it off, or like takes some of the slate off. But sometimes I wonder how this neighborhood is still intact because the amount of wind that I've witnessed in this neighborhood since I've been here is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, what the fuck? I don't even, I remember the first hurricane I witnessed here like 10 years ago. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. And I fear, having like a category 5 hurricane here. That's just gonna fuck everything up. And I'll be shitting myself. The good thing about this house is there's places to escape. Like, like it's like not escape, but like there's like places that are sheltered more that only have one window or one door, and it's got like the concrete floor is 2 stories. So I remember that year my sister said she went underneath the stairs into like this in the underneath the stairs like basement thing, and she had the boys. They were like really young back then, and she said she was crying in there. And then my ex brother in law, that freak, he put like this big bench in front of the door because he thought the door was gonna come through. And I was like, yep. And I remember that day I was here and I was downstairs and I went upstairs and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It felt like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The windows were going like this, like they were breathing. And like the water was coming through the windows. I had to put towels all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck? I prayed and prayed, and then when it was all over, I was like, what the fuck just happened? And the next day it was sunny and no wind. It was fine. Everything was calm. I'm like, what the hell? I was outside and we didn't have power for like 2.5 weeks. We didn't have a generator back then. We had a small one, but it didn't do much. The only good thing is my sister worked at the grocery store at the time. She was a part owner, so she got ice. We had the cooler. We always had groceries because the grocery store had generators. So we always had, food, and we always had cold stuff. So we just didn't have electricity, which is a pain in the ass. You can't really get a shower. You can't do nothing. The only thing you can do is take water from the tank. That's the only beneficial thing here is we have water tanks underneath our house. So we can just open up the lid, put a bucket and a rope in there, get some water, put it in a big pot, and if you have a gas stove, you heat it up and you put it in the bathtub and you take a nice little bath, and that's it. And the only other shitty thing is when you use the toilet, you have to pour water down the toilet to flush it because there is no pump to pump it. So I've lived through some fucked up times with no electricity. That's for sure. Especially when I was super young, when we went through those drastic hurricanes. I'm glad Mama's feeling better. Yeah, I'm telling you, I remember when I was like maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. It was a hurricane called Hurricane Emily. I think it was 1986. I think I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. I was born in 77. So I was like, yeah, 8 or 9 years old. I think it was 85 or 86. I woke up to go to school and my dad was home and he had like a radio listening to the weather. And my dad goes, we're gonna have a big, hurricane coming here. It was supposed to miss us, but now it's shifted towards us. So this afternoon we're gonna get a really bad hurricane. We're not going to school. Nobody's going to work. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is a hurricane? Well, I knew all about a hurricane back then. And then we were 3 weeks without electricity. And I remember my dad. It happened like on maybe a Tuesday morning or Monday or Tuesday morning. It was early in the week. And I remember like we went to church on Sunday and like all of us had to take like baths and shit and like, the night before. And then we went to church, and on our way to church, you just saw like telephone poles crisscross like that, wires everywhere, boats on the road. Like everything was fucked up. It was the worst I've ever seen Bermuda in my life. It was like a category 4 or 5 hurricane. It was ridiculous. And nobody was prepared. So it cost like millions and millions of dollars to Bermuda. But that's the time I remember it was the worst ever. Because we were like without electricity, no generators. And then in like 2001, I think, we had another super bad category 4 hurricane called Fabian. And that destroyed and killed 3 people on a bridge. 3 people were on a bridge trying to save, well, 2 cops are trying to save this guy. He was on a boat. And then the boat came up on shore and he was trying to tie the boat, so the cops were trying to help him, and a big wave came over and took all 3 of them, and all 3 of them died. So, and I knew of 2 of them, but not the third one. I knew who they were, but I didn't know I didn't know them personally, but I knew who they were. Yep. So we haven't really had like deaths like that, but then since that day. But those 2 are probably the worst hurricanes I've ever witnessed in my life. And it was nasty. Yep. But one good thing I can say is God spares us every time. Like, God takes care of Bermuda. It's like whatever happens to us, we recover right away. It's like everybody comes together. That's why I love living here, because like people could be fucked up, but when it comes to hurricanes, like construction companies, landscape companies, they don't care about like, money and business. All they're worried about is helping everybody come back together and live our lives normal again. Like it was nice to see, you know, people come together and help people. Like, so it was nice. Marley, I don't know. Sometimes it's like I think that we're gonna like, because we're such a small place and we're just like a small little island in the middle of the ocean. And I honestly don't know how I don't know how the fuck we're still here. I don't know how the hell we don't get washed away. It's crazy, like it's crazy. It's beyond like my imagination. I don't know. I just think God spares us, to be honest. That's why I tell people God wants to live in Bermuda. What can I do? See, Bermuda has like the most churches per capita in the world. You know that, right? Like literally, like every like 5 minutes of your drive, there's a church. Like we have the most churches like per capita or something like that. Some ridiculous shit. So like that's probably why we get spared all these churches. I live next to a church. Like literally. Like it's right there. Right next door. I can hear the bells ringing when they have church and stuff like that. And then down the hill there's another church. And then there's another church and another one and another one. Like everywhere you drive there's a church. It's crazy. A lot of people don't know that. But we have like at least I don't know, maybe 20 to 30 churches here, probably. And that's probably no exaggeration. That's probably for real, for real. Or you took a bath in the creek. Hey, at least you had a creek, man. We don't have that shit. Yeah, Dan. They have like they have line guys just for hurricanes that come in, like retired guys or like guys who like just do it for a living. But a lot of our lines now are underground, so not everybody loses power. It's only where the power lines are. Rich is probably like 50% of Bermuda. So now it doesn't take that long for you to get your power back now because a lot of it's underground. And a lot of people now have generators because of the hurricanes. But yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, that's a good idea, Marley. I was gonna actually tell you that. Yeah. So I did that. I used to do that back in the day. I had a satellite dish. I took it off and put it in the garage because I didn't want the hurricane to destroy it. Yeah, you're right, Joanna. It says Bermuda has one of the most highest numbers of charges per capita. Many locals and visitors serve to over 100 places to worship. Yeah, there's over 100 places to worship, but not actual churches. But there's not 100 churches here, but there like places like I don't know how you explain it, but like um, rectories and all that type of stuff. But a lot of the because we have like every religion here, but we have like old churches. Yeah, but we have the most churches per capita. That's probably why we get spared. Yeah, that's a lot. Because there's a lot of like places where you can go to like it's not actual churches, but they're like places of worship, like how Google says there. But I would say there's at least like 20 big churches The biggest church in Bermuda is called St. Teresa's, and it's humongous. It's like I don't even know how the hell they built that thing. I gotta take a video of it for you guys one day. You'd be like, "What the fuck?" It's at least 100 feet tall on the inside. Probably even more than that. It's probably over 100 feet tall. It's like a dome, and on the top of the dome, it's all been painted with angels and Jesus and Mary and Joseph and everything, and all the saints and disciples. I mean, and all the apostles. I mean, and all that stuff. And it's huge. It's a big altar. It's got 4 rows of like where you can walk and stuff. It could probably fit maybe be, I don't know, a couple hundred people. It's definitely the biggest church. Actually, not. Let me check. Yeah. See, it's actually got a 4.6 star rating. Yeah, it's probably our best church here. It's like the biggest church. It's huge. If you Google it, it's huge. It's called St. Teresa's Cathedral, and it's very big. Yeah, it's actually pictures of it on here. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I don't really look for this stuff, but yeah, the church is over 100 years old. It's a beautiful church. Yeah, that's my school church. My school is right next to it. The school I went to is right across the street, and I was an altar boy at this church many times. Many times I've been there. Hey, Ann, how you doing? You know what, Dan? Speaking of coffee, I remember before the hurricane hit that night, the last hurricane came at night, and I have a generator, so, but I always say the generator can break down, right? So what I do every time is I get the biggest coffee cup I find, which is probably a 20 ounce one I have, and I will make like 2 cups of coffee and put it in there, and I will close it up and I will leave it there, and just in case I wake up to no generator running, so at least I have my coffee so I can get running. And every time I do it, my sister and my nephews laugh. They're like, "Oh yeah, I see you got your coffee, but the generator's working." I said, "That's all right. It might conk out or something might happen, so at least I got my damn coffee. I gotta have my coffee in the morning. I'll be dead. I don't know." And I just make sure I have water. I make sure I have like a bag of ice in a cooler just in case. I always make sure that, even though the generator is working, sometimes it can get fucked up. You never know. Like shit breaks down. And I'll never make that mistake. Cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, Marley, that's what I told you last time when you went through the last hurricane. I told you, yeah, make sure you get a cooler and make sure you have ice in it and just put all your essentials in there like milk, cheese, whatever you guys eat in the mornings. Make sure you have all your cold stuff, make sure you put it in a cooler. So at least you got it. Cool drink, especially if it's summertime, you want to have a cooler full of water and ice. And that's what I did for my parents. Like I said, look, I know the electrician is gonna go out here. This is the ghetto, so it goes out all the time. So what I'll do is You put all the ice that's in the freezer now. You put it inside the cooler. Put some water in there. Put milk in there. Put all the cheese and butter. Put everything in there. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I said, yeah, thank God I got a brain. Well, let's all pray for our Marley that she and her family uh, get spared from the bad weather and that she'll be fine and safe. Our friend is safe, and her mom and her son and her daughter and any pets that they have around and their home, their vehicles. Let's pray that everything will be okay. Amen. Well, Alabama is a big ass place, so it's probably going to like you know it's got to go through Alabama to get to you. So Alabama's got a lot of trees and shit. Cause I've been to Alabama a few times. Sweet home Alabama. I remember driving from Atlanta to Alabama through the time zone thing, and it went back an hour. 'Cause I used to drive from I used to drive from I don't know if I ever told you, Marley, but when I used to go to Atlanta a lot, I used to go to Atlanta and I used to drive to Alabama to NASCAR races to Talladega. I would stay in the city and I would drive like maybe 2.5 hours to Alabama, and on the way back, it was like 5 hours because of all the traffic for the NASCAR race. Because that racetrack takes over 200 people, 100,000, 100,000 people seated, and like another 100,000 tailgating and hanging out, and just like pilots and people and all sorts of dumb shit. I'm like, hell no. I remember the first time I went there, I was like, where the hell am I? I got a lot of dirty looks because I look Mexican. See, yeah, what the fuck's this Mexican doing here? So them rednecks want to kill me. Yeah, it's like this guy looks he's got too much, his skin color is a little darker than ours. We don't want this Mexican around here. And then I said, yeah, I'm from Bermuda. I was like, oh, okay, you're good, you're good. We like Bermuda. Yeah, they're pretty racist out there. I've seen a lot of crazy shit in Alabama. My friend laughs at me because I said, "Hey, everywhere I go, I see the Dukes of Hazzard flag." Like that's not what it's called. It's called what is it called? The Confederate flag or something like that. He was like, "Yeah, there's all them KKK guys down there. You better watch out, man. Those guys are gonna think you're black or think you're Mexican. They're gonna kill you." I said, "They ain't worried about me, man. I'm cool." I said, I'm not gonna act black when they go there. I'm like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" The Bermudian guys go out there all the time, black guys, and they never have no problem. You have to like if you act up, then they're gonna put you in your place. Or like by the end of the race, they're drunk, and if they're in the mood to be racist, you're in trouble. Because I've seen fights out there between like those rednecks and black people and stuff. One time these three basketball players went to see the race, and they were all drunk, obviously. And a lot of people didn't like Jeff Gordon. I don't know if you guys know Jeff Gordon. He was very popular, but he was like a prick. Nobody liked him. And when Earnhardt and him, whoever won that race is usually them. And they were like, a lot of Earnhardt fans are like the crazy rednecks. And like the other guys like Jeff Gordon because he was like the new generation. So those guys got beat up pretty bad where a helicopter came down and went right on the grass. And like those guys were like that. And all the police came out and arrested all of them because they were fighting in the middle of the parking lot. And I heard a lot of racist things when I went to NASCAR races. I heard racist remarks plenty of times, but we ignored it. We didn't care. Like it wasn't like what are we gonna do? You know, we're outnumbered. We'll get slapped the fuck up. So, but we still went because we never had a problem. Like we never really saw it all the time. It was just certain places, like certain areas. But anybody like that wasn't a redneck, you're be prepared to shut up and just go there and watch the race and leave. And I remember one time I was smoking weed out there, and a guy came up to me and he's like, "Yo, bro, you can't smoke weed out here. If you get caught, you go to jail, and like you're gonna get time, bro." And I'm like, "Serious?" I'm like, "I didn't even know that." He goes, "Yeah, man, don't be smoking that shit out here." I was like, "All right, thanks for telling me, bro. I appreciate it." He goes, "You get the wrong cop, and you're fucked." And I was like, "Okay, bro, thanks for telling me. I didn't know." So thank God spared me. I could have got locked the fuck up. But yeah, I never went shopping out there. I just went to the race and came back. But shopping in Atlanta is amazing. I That was one of the best places. I took my sister, my brother-in-law at the time, and my other friend. We all went shopping. I took all my friends out there. We used to rent a big ass van, and I used to drive there every time. I drove all over the place. Man, it was so nice. I miss Atlanta. I want to go there again, but apparently my friend said the Gwinnett Mall doesn't exist anymore. And then my friend Mike that comes on here, he's from Atlanta. And he said, "Mark, that mall's been gone." I'm like, "Fuck, Mike, thanks for telling me. I would have went out there looking for that shit. It's gone already." But I don't need to buy no more shit. I'm good. But I still would love to go back to Atlanta. I love Atlanta. It was like my second home. And going to Alabama and watching the races was so much fun. But it's all different now. It's all different. When you lived on the coast in Houston, you would fish them. I fished every day too. My eyeballs have been burnt forever. That's why I'm wearing glasses now. Cook my eyelids. That's why I watch the eyelid channel all the time. Gotta recover. I'm cooked anyway, Sela. I'm always like tanned up. I'm cooked for life. I'm always cooked. You should see my dad. He's burnt. I call him a burnt peanut. Some people think my dad's half and half. Don't tell him that. He don't like that. And my goose is cooked. That's the blackest part of my body. There's a stupid cat outside. Meow, meow, meow. He's been doing it for like 2 days now. I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. About quarter to 6 in the morning, that's all I heard. Meow, meow, like loud fucking meows. I'm like, that fucking cat sounds like he's like right outside my fucking window. And then I listened and I was like, oh, that's the neighbor's cat. Neighbor must have like left him outside or like said, yeah, you ain't coming inside, fuck you. Or maybe he must be in pain or something. I don't know what's wrong with him. But he's doing it again now again. You do that shit tonight, and Diamond's gonna have a little bite. I'm gonna take Diamond over there, I'll bite your fucking ass. You won't be fucking meowing no more. That poor bastard, he's probably hungry. He needs some fancy feast. I would feed him. I got some food here. I'll give him some food. I might call him in if he keeps doing, I'm gonna call him over here and give him some food so he can shut up. Fill his belly up so he can go sleep. He want me around no fucking more. Damn cats. Pain in the ass. Cats call Raul. 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 See, that's what I don't like, Dan, is you feed them and then they shit all over the place. That's like my mom. My mom has this sparrow, right? It's a brown bird and he's got like a black head and he's about like maybe that tall like that. He's probably like what, 5 inches? And he's fat now because my mom feeds him. He comes when he sees the door open, he lands right on the porch and he's like looking like, "Where's my food? What you got for me?" And I told my mom, I said, "This fucker's fat as shit. You've been feeding him too much. And look at all the shit all over the place." "Oh, leave him alone, poor little bird." Yeah. I'm like, "Poor little bird. You're lucky you're lucky I ain't living here. I'll fucking kill his ass. You ain't come around here no more. What? My mom ain't there. I'll bury his ass. Nobody will ever know. I don't know where this. Oh, that my birdie ain't here no more. I don't know. I ain't seen him. Let me come around here shitting all over my damn porch. Hell no. I hate that shit. World ain't gonna miss that damn bird. I'm saying that, but I don't have the heart to kill an animal. But I like shoo him away or something. I'm gonna get like I'm gonna get a cat. Chase his ass. We used to have a cat. My mom used to have a cat called Smokey. And that damn cat was probably the most gangster cat I've ever seen in my life. That cat was like he was a normal sized cat. He weren't that big, not too small either. And he jumped a lot. And that fucker, I came home one day from work and all I hear, and I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? So I look down on the trees. He's got a bird in his mouth and he's eating the bird. Oh, there's blood everywhere. He's chewing on the bird, eating him. And I said, what the fuck are you doing? And he's looking at me like, and I'm like, fuck, I guess you wanted some organic bird. You got it. You must be tired of eating fancy feasts and kibbles and fucking bits. You want some organic fucking bird. All right, bro, go for it. He used to kill these big ass lizards and shit. And he used to eat a bird like every other month or what, every other week or some shit. And one day he killed a pigeon and he was eating his ass too and then got sick. My mom used to be so mad. I love this cat, but don't kill the birds, you dumb cat. I give you food. I said, Mom, that bird wants some more. I mean, that cat wants some organic bird. She used to laugh. That's not funny. I said, yes, it is. But people they say they want organic food. That cat's I want organic bird. Fucking leave him alone. Let him eat the bird. It's free. You ain't gotta spend no money on food. Oh, cool, man. Here we have a lot of ducks, but they're all on ponds. People don't kill ducks here. People don't eat duck like that here. It's very rare. See, Bermuda's a place where everybody loves fish and seafood because that's what we have the most of. We have plenty of seafood here, so a lot of people here eat fish. The most popular food in Bermuda is fish. Like when you go to a restaurant, you never hear nobody order duck. We have duck here, but like nobody eats that shit. They're like, we don't want no damn duck. We got fish. We got lobster, yo. We don't want no more about no damn ducks. Oh hell no. I've never eaten a duck a day in my life. Poor Daffy Duck. Poor Donald Duck. Now, I ain't eating no ducks, no lambs, no sheep, no oxes, no bulls, no fucking deers. I ain't eating none of that shit. No goats. No hell no. I ain't eating none of that shit. I'm eating chicken, steak. I'm eating chicken, beef, and pork. That's it. And fish, lobster. I ain't eating none of those other animals. Them poor bastards. I ain't eating them poor little things. They're too cute. I eat rabbits. Rabbits are good. Rabbit tastes good. Rabbit tastes like chicken. When I go to Portugal, they have rabbits all the time. I eat them sometimes. I don't like it too much, but I'll eat them. If somebody say, "Yeah, I'm having rabbit tonight. You want some?" I say, "Yeah, I'll take some." I can't kill a rabbit, but I'll eat some. They taste good. Bugs Bunny. That's why when you saw Bugs Bunny on TV, Elmer Fudd always tried putting him in the pot. He put him in the pot with the fucking carrots, and he used to eat the fucking carrots in the pot. He always tried to cook that bastard, but he never got to. Poor Bugs. I haven't eaten rabbit in years because I went to Portugal like 20 years ago, so that's the last time I probably ate rabbit. But it's a big thing in the Portuguese community is to eat rabbits and shit because they hunt them and eat them. But me, I can't do that shit. I don't really eat rabbits like that, but I have eaten it in the past. But like goats and all that shit, like how Jamaicans eat like curry goat and like oxtail and all that shit, I can't eat none of that shit. No, 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 no. And lamb, people in Bermuda, they love lamb, leg of lamb. My brother, he loves lamb. He eats it all the time. I'm like, that fucking Mary had a little lamb that got eaten by your ass. Like, hell no, I ain't eating no lamb and no fucking nothing like that. Them poor little bastards. I can't do that. Fish is like different to me. I can like catch a fish, kill it, and fillet it, and eat it. I wouldn't even feel no way because like there's so many of them. And if I don't eat that fish, another fish is gonna eat that fish. So you ain't eating my fish, I'm eating it first. Leave my fish alone. But there was like a survey or like a podcast or something like that they had where people who don't eat meat, they get like their brains are all fucked up, and like people who don't eat meat and people are like vegetarians and shit like that, you end up getting sick and you end up getting fucked up. It's like it's proven. So all these vegans and shit, I don't know if they can prove me wrong, but apparently you get all like messed up if you like go vegan and shit, and you don't eat like no meat for like a while. Like your body feels weird and you can't function properly. Well, I don't know. I don't know nothing about vegans. I eat vegetables too. I'm a vegan and a beef. I eat a lot of vegetables. Hey Tanya, how you doing, sweetie? You good? How's the soup? You left me a plate. Got a damn eyelash in my eye. I feel it. Fucking eyelash. Okay, cool. I'll watch it. I'll like your video and subscribe to your channel. I'll leave you a view. I used to joke about that shit all the time. Like and subscribe to my channel. Give me a view. Come on, guys, get those likes up. Man, come on, man. Marty's over here cracking up. Anne says she ate the rat. She killed the rabbits. I mean, cooked them in the pit. That's his shit. See, Anne knows what time it is. See, she was brought up on the ranch. Damn Latinos and Portuguese people. That's what they do. They be on their farm saying, yeah, fucking cooking everything on it. I'm gonna raise your ass and kill your ass and eat your ass. Yeah, they're looking good now. It's time for you to go in the pot. It's time for you to go in the pot. Some people can't even listen to me right now. They be like, fuck you, Mark. Don't kill those poor little animals. Yeah? Well, you want to eat or what? When I was in Portugal, when I was super young, my dad and my uncles, they killed a pig. And that shit scarred me for life. I didn't even want to watch it. I watched some of it, and then after that, I couldn't take it no more. I was like, I can't watch this shit. But I had to eat his ass, though. But, oh well. It's life. That's why I can understand why people, I guess, so mad at it. Because it is kind of like pretty brutal. But, it's life. You have to eat. If we left every animal alive, it'll be overpopulated. So it's just like people. If we didn't die, everybody would be here. It'll be too much. You know? But people have a hard time understanding life. And another thing people don't understand is that animals kill animals to eat. They eat each other. Like, duh. Yeah. So if we don't kill them and eat them, the animals are going to eat themselves. And it happens both ways right now. Animals kill themselves and kill each other and eat each other, and we're going to eat them too. So there's enough to go around. Don't worry. Keep eating your vegetables. Keep eating your fucking watermelon and your fucking squash and grow your grapes and shit and eat your lettuce and do whatever you want to do. I'm going to eat some meat. But if you're a vegan, that means you can't have no D. Because D is meat. So if you don't want no meat inside of you, then all vegans must be virgins or celibate. So I don't want no vegan woman around me talking about I don't want no meat. You don't want no meat, but you want this D. What do you think this D is? This D is meat. I have nothing against vegans anyway. It just leaves more meat for me. That's all. It's more lobster for me, more steak for me. Miss Bikini, Tanya, you know what? I ate fish yesterday. No meat yesterday at all. I didn't. Every Friday of Lent, I don't eat meat. I eat fish, and in the morning I ate cheese and bread, and then I ate fish. I ate tuna for lunch, and I ate snapper for dinner with potatoes and salad. I didn't have no meat on Fridays. Every Lent, I don't eat no meat. Yeah. That's my sacrifice every Fridays. And to me, it's not even a sacrifice because I eat fish and I hardly eat meat. I eat meat. Like I only eat steak maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months I eat a steak. I don't really eat red meat like that, like a lot. Even hamburgers, I'll probably have a hamburger maybe twice a month, if that. I don't really eat like red meat. I eat I eat ham, I eat pork, I eat bacon, I eat like, sausages, I eat ham probably like once a week. And I eat chicken a lot and fish a lot. That's it. The most thing I eat the most is fish and chicken. Anne says she went to the pit. Yeah, but that's fine. But you're actually not eating the meat. You're just eating the things that come from the animals of meat, which is fine. You can do that. That's cool. Actually, eating the actual meat is a difference. But yeah, step into a Slim Jim. I'm trying to even. Oh, I can't eat raw meat. I know what raw meat you like. I know what raw meat you like. I don't eat no raw meat. If I see like blood and shit, I ain't eating it. I gotta have my shit well done. Even a coochie has to be well done. I saw this video today. I sent it to Marley and a few of other people. It has this the granddaughter was talking to her grandma, and she said, "Grandma, you know, what did grandpa have to do to get the coochie?" And she said it just like that. When I heard that, I said, "Oh yeah, I love this video already," because I say coochie all the time. He goes, "Well, if he bring home the check, and when he goes to sleep with me, he get the coochie. I'll give him some. But if he don't bring home the check, then he ain't even sleeping with me and no coochie." I fucking died laughing. I roared when I heard that shit. I was like, Grandma was straight up. She said, "You ain't bringing him that fucking check, you ain't got no coochie, man. Straight up. And if you ain't bringing it home, you ain't even sleeping in the same bed as me. Gotta bring him the check. Gotta pay for this coochie." I was fucking dying. When I hear like an older person say that shit, like a grandma, I'm in hysterics watching that shit. And then there's like this other video. I laughed so much I was choking over here. There's like this lady. She's got like a cooking channel, and she goes, "Okay, guys," she's on the video. You don't see her, you just hear her, and she takes the tinfoil off, right? And it's like a pan of lasagna. She goes, "Oh my God, guys, it looks so good. It smells so good." And then the kids in the background, "No, it doesn't. It smells like shit." And she's like, "Shut up. No, it doesn't. It does not smell like shit. Shut your mouth." And then like the video clips off. Yeah, I was fucking dying. I laughed so fucking much. I weren't expecting to hear that, right? So when I heard it, I was over here in hysterics. I couldn't take it. Because it sounds so much funnier when a kid says it. "Mom, it smells like shit." "No, it does not." You always get those cooking videos, right? where where the people cooking, they eat their own food and they're like, oh my God, I wish you guys were here. Oh my God, it tastes so good. Meanwhile, it probably tastes like fucking shit. And you edited the video. Oh man, that shit was fucking funny. What's going on here? Oh, and you donated. Thanks. I'll answer your question. Oh man, that shit. I love TikTok, man. They have so much funny videos and Instagram. This shit's so fucking funny. If I actually like did those type of things, I can create so many funny ass shit. But I like to laugh at everybody else's jokes. I laugh at everybody else's videos. I can't watch TikTok for more than 5 minutes without laughing. Guaranteed I'm laughing. TikTok's probably my favorite app in the whole wide world. I love TikTok so much. That shit's so funny. And that shit's funny. You gotta get TikTok, Tanya. You'll be laughing like crazy. If you want a good laugh, you gotta get TikTok. That shit funny as hell. I mean, on the Instagram reels, they pretty much have like the same thing. But TikTok to me is funny. It's got like a lot of funny ass shit. Anne's videos is like, videos of herself, songs. It ain't no funny shit. I want to see some funny ass shit. All right. Yeah. I'm just teasing Ann. All right. Let me see what's going on. You said finances for the next few months. Well, the only way you're gonna make money, I tell all women when you women ask me about your finances, the only way your finances are gonna get better is if you go and make videos or start you know OnlyFans. Yeah, you want your finances to bloom. You want to have thousands and thousands of dollars in the next few months. OnlyFans, baby. That's what's up. All right, let me see what's going on. Let me see if you have to go to OnlyFans or not. Yeah, you have. It all depends on what music you put on there, because some of them are copyrighted. Like you can't just put any music up there. There should be like a list of songs you can use that are not copyrighted. Yeah, I'm sure you do, man. That's the only way you make that paper. Hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right. So, um, and what I'm getting here is if you put in the personal effort and you put in the commitment to work, then you'll get the money. I feel like you're gonna have some offers from someone to do things and to and people are gonna see that you're trustworthy. And if you offer your services, like I've told you in the past, if you offer your services, you can make money off of it. So if you're offering your services and you have good intentions and you're loyal and you put in a lot of effort, I'm getting effort here. I always do get that. And if you put in the effort and you're helpful and you're trustworthy, then you'll get your goal. And March, April, May, next 3 months, this can be uh this can be good for you. But if not, it's just gonna be you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna have a lot of differences of opinions and thoughts. You're gonna feel unstable, inconsistent. You're gonna feel like nobody loves you, no one cares. You might have to change, and then if you change, you're gonna have to alterate certain things, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck this bullshit. I give up." So I got like a 50-50 thing here. So it's you're damned if you do, and if you don't, you're fucked. So you gotta put in, you know, you gotta put in the work. That's the only way you're gonna have your finances to the way you want it. For instance, I come on here pretty much every day. Now I'm coming on here like twice a day sometimes. But the more you're available, the more you get. So the cards are saying the next few months could be very beneficial if you put in the effort, and if you do, you'll get rewarded. You'll get what you want. The only thing I get is family might get in the way, friends might get in the way, or like inconsistency will get in the way. Well, there you go. Take it and get some money. See? So you're getting the opportunities, but you say, "Oh, I don't want to do it. Or I don't feel like doing it." See? So if you don't do it, then how the fuck you supposed to do it? That's why I keep getting effort, effort, effort. So I feel like you're gonna have offers to do things, or to get work, or to get people to do things for, and they'll pay you, but you just have to take it. You have to like do it. So the cards are saying if you put in the work, you'll get it. Eight of Pentacles here, which is great for work. And I got the Page of Cups, which is people offering you the work, and you just got to do it. I did the same thing. If you look at my old videos from like the first year, I got interviewed on a few channels. I got interviewed on Star's channel last year twice. I was on her podcast twice, and I put my 2 cents in, and it was like uh a really good podcast. Two times I went on there, and before that I went on this other chick. Her name is Kitty's Corner, and I went on her podcast and did like I went on her channel and did like an interview as well. So yeah, those things help your channel, because then people see you with that person and be like, okay, well I trust. That's how I got like more people over here through Star and Kitty. They put me on, and they told everybody about me. So, but you ain't gotta worry about that. Fuck them. Don't worry about what they say. You gotta do what's right for you. Don't ever give up your dreams for somebody. Don't ever. If you feel, let me tell you something. Look at me in my eyes right now, right? If you feel like you can do this and you want to do it, then fucking do it. Don't allow nobody to get in your way. That's why I don't tell my family I do this, because they'll get in my way. They'll make me feel like I'm crazy. That's why my mom and dad don't know I have this channel and I'm on here, because I don't want to tell them nothing. If I tell my family I do this, they'll probably think I'm crazy. The only people that know is like two of my two nephews next door and my sister. Nobody else really knows I do this stuff in my family. If they know, they probably won't. Somebody probably told them. And if they told him like, yeah, Mark don't do that shit, he probably is bullshit. Well, yeah. Some of my friends know. I've read for some of my close friends, and they're like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Well, be careful, because some people say things just to get you to believe it. But if he was being genuine and you feel like he was, then go for it. You got to be careful on here. Like, there's a lot of fucking idiots on here, a lot of scammers, a lot of people who just, will tell you shit to believe it. And if you feel like it was genuine, then it's genuine. But some people are not. Like, some people will like test you and make you feel like you're not the person you say you are. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you won't be denied. And sometimes you can be like scammed or disrespected, and then it makes you feel like you don't want to do it no more. So just be careful with like certain people. You know, get to know the people that are interviewing you, or see what their reviews are, or see their other interviews to see if they're, they're full of shit or whatever. So, I mean, I know you have a brain, you can handle it, but just be careful with people on here because not everybody really gives a fuck. They want views, clicks, and likes. They don't really care. They want subscribers and they pay for their shit anyway. So there's a lot of scammers and fake ass people on here. But the cards are saying if you put in the effort, you'll get it. So it's all in your hands. See, that's why I don't have that problem. I don't really tell them and I don't really care what they think. So if that's bothering you, then you gotta fix it. You gotta deal with it. If that's what's holding you back or if that's bothering you, and you gotta like not worry about anybody and what they think. If you can block people out, you can channel even on a higher level than you can ever imagine. Just find good people and they'll find you too. That's how it goes. In the beginning, I had every idiot around possible, but now I have peace. I have all good people now, thank God. But I'm not afraid to like get rid of anybody. It doesn't phase me. It's like, boy, smell you later. Yeah. I don't really tell too much people about this life. I don't really like want. I don't want this life to be like, get ruined by people. I hate people who tell me I can't do something and I shouldn't do something because of their beliefs. You're welcome, man. Yeah, where am I gonna retire? On Earth. That was my first answer, Tanya. On Earth. I try to be nice and tell people like, look, you're asking a dumbass question. The question you're answering, you can actually answer it yourself. And then people would say, well, why are you here? I'm here to answer real fucking questions, not no dumbass shit that you already know or dumbass shit that my cards can't tell you. And what you think that I have like 50 spirits here raising their hand? Oh, I'll answer that dumbass question. Yeah, sure, Mark. Let her answer. I'll answer. Okay, you in the back with the blonde. Oh yeah. What do you have? Oh, what you said? Oh, she's a dumbass bitch, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, cool. 'Cause that's exactly how I feel sometimes. But thank God I don't really have, stupid ass people in here anymore. But I did at one point, and like I said, I get rid of 'em. I can't handle all those stupid ass questions. Because that shit's all irrelevant. You shouldn't be asking those dumb questions anyway. But you know what, Tanya? You just reminded me. That same person, right? Well, Dan, that's it's just people's beliefs, It's people's ways and shit. You know how it goes. Not everybody's gonna accept you for who you are, but and some people think it's demonic or deranged or whatever. But Tanya, that person that we're talking about, that person that asked that question, I actually saw them in my friend's room because that's where I met her, and I went to go visit my friend and say hi to her, and she was in the room at the time. And I scrolled down to see what she had asked her, right, just to see if she was still asking dumb questions. And you know what she asked my friend? You would never believe what she asked her, my friend. And I keep telling my friend, why do you deal with this dumbass bitch? Like, and she's like, Mark, I just feel bad for her. Sometimes we just have to like, not judge, like. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not answering them dumb questions. Like that shit's just dumb. Like, why can't you just like not ask something civilized or real? Like, are you that like, deranged where you want to ask stupid shit like that? Apparently she's got like a new guy in her life, and she said if I'm with this guy long enough, am I gonna have what will if I have a child with this person, will it be a boy or a girl? First of all, you ain't even having sex with the guy yet. And you said if you were to have sex with him and be with him, what would be your first child you have with him, a man or a boy or a girl? And I just shook my head and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you really come up with these stupid ass fucking questions? You ain't even fucking the guy yet, and you want to have a baby with him in the future, and you want to know if it's a boy or a girl. Wait for like 5 months, and then you have like one of those gender reveals, dumbass. And I just like said, yep, ain't nothing changed. She's still stupid. I'm glad she's over here. I just say hi to my friend because I ain't got nothing against her. I love her to death. She's cool, but I can't stand that chick though. I'm so glad I got rid of her. And I tell my friend, look, you can deal with her, not me. And she just laughs. I'm like, yeah, you can have her. Yeah, where the treasure is. She be too dumb to ask that. Most of her are baptized. Yeah, I'm sure. Your girl's dad says you're demonic because you watch him mod for reasons. People, no one's ever called me demonic or like said anything to me because I always talk about God all the time. See, so but there's people like I don't really want to mention his name, but there's a famous reader on here, or I wouldn't say famous. I don't think he's famous, but he's popular. I wouldn't call him famous. My bad. He's popular on YouTube. Everybody knows him, and he never says God in his readings, or he never praises God. He never even says spirit this and spirit that. It's all him. He says this, he says that. I'm this, I'm that, or I see this, I see that. It's always him. He thinks he actually like is reading. He doesn't even do personal readings. He just does all the signs, and then people, oh, dumbass people are in there like, oh my God, that's me. And another dumbass would be like, oh yeah, that's me too. Because we're all dumbasses and we have the same dumb life. But he never talks about God or spirit. Never. And that's why he doesn't do private readings. Because if he did, he'd fail. His spirit be like, nah, you can't read somebody who loves God and loves spirit. How the fuck is that gonna work? That's why he don't do it. And that's why everybody will go in there to get their reading through a free reading through him with their sign. And if it resonates, they're like, oh yes, he's the best. I'm like, sweetheart, do you know how many people are in fucked up relationships? Half the world. So when your sign gets cold and it resonates with you, then obviously it resonates with a lot of like thousands of people because thousands of people are in the same bullshit. That's why it's called a general signs reading. Ask him to read you, ask him to read your life and tell you about things. He won't be able to. And not just him, it's a lot of people because that's not their thing. And really, they're just a reader. They're not really like a psychic or not really like, into that type of thing. They're just full of shit. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Yeah, you can if you want. If you want to be a pain in the ass, sure. Just don't ask me where you're gonna retire, and don't ask me anything to do with like um when your next child is gonna be born, or what's the sex of your next baby daddy, or whatever. Don't ask me none of those clever questions. As long as you keep it to you and Walter, we're good. And don't ask me what color shirt you need to wear tomorrow. Tanya's my fellow Catholic. I'm not against any religion. You believe who you want to believe. As long as you believe there's a higher power, then your belief is high. So it doesn't matter. A lot of people critique Jesus too much and God and Mary and all those things. I really don't give a shit about what they say. What I believe in, you don't have to believe in. A lot of people will just like talk to hear themselves. The Portuguese community, I'm Portuguese, so the Portuguese community think that, Jesus is Portuguese. The Spanish people think that he's Mexican. Black people think he's black. White people think he's white. Jewish people know he's Jewish and they laugh at everybody else. I don't really care. I just, know that he's the one who made everything possible. That's all. I'm not worthy to see him, but just say the word and you shall be healed. Simple. That's all. But and you shouldn't even worry about that because if you give it your energy, it's gonna tarnish yours. And I know it's very hard not to entertain it, but that's what I want you to try. You need to try to block that shit out of your mind and not even like worry about it. Because if you do, like it's gonna like tarnish or hinder your like progress. And that's why like when he comes around, just try to like ignore the ignorance. Or like just breathe and just be like, yep, some people never change, but whatever. I'm just gonna keep being me. You know, that's it. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people who think that they're in a different dimension and they're special, but no one's really like above anybody else. And that's why I act the way I do because I know I'm real. I know what I say is right and I know what I'm doing is right. And that's all that matters to me. I don't care what anybody else says. And if somebody comes in here and they don't get the answer they're looking for, it's because one, they're not doing the work themselves. Two, spirit probably don't give a flying fuck about you because nothing came through. And three, you have yourself to blame because you don't believe. So if you're coming in here to test somebody or test me or test a person, Spirit's gonna be like, what the fuck am I gonna, what do I have to prove to you? You don't even believe in God, so why should you be in here? You see what I'm saying? Well, that's why I'm telling you what I'm telling you, Ann, is if you if you if you listen to him and you hear him and you absorb his negativity, then that's probably why you're hesitant to move forward. You can't let these one or two people in your life dictate to you how you should live it, or if you're wrong or if you're right. And that comes to the point where you should no longer, my opinion is to no longer like say to your family or the people that don't like you about your life and your channel, because you're just bringing like negative energy into your life. You see what I mean? But that's totally up to you, like, it's really up to you. But I can tell you these things, but you might not, think that I'm right, and you're still gonna do what you want to do. But my opinion and my advice to you is to not even say that you're doing it, and just allow the people to find you, you to find them, and the people who don't like consider that you're doing anything good, you just block them out. Like, just be like, don't even mention it to them. And if they ask you, they're like, oh no, I'm just chilling. I'm still doing it, but it's none of your business. You don't care. And until you do that, you won't see probably any success because the energy's still attached. All right, Maria, I got your PayPal. Thanks. Okay, cool. All right, I read what you said. But even if you use Palo Santo or you bless yourself every day or you do all these fucking things, that shit don't count. Like, it's all in here. See, you have to manipulate your own mind to not absorb negative energy, negative thoughts, and negative people. So if you don't say nothing, then you're not gonna attract it to you. So when he comes over and you tell him, oh yeah, subscribe to my channel, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, he doesn't even deserve to know that. And nobody does. The only people that should deserve to know that is the people who find you or the people that really give a shit about what you're doing. So like, you can hinder your success because of it. And I tell people this all the time. Some people believe me, and some people think, nah, it's not. That's not how it works. Okay, well, you keep fucking believing that. My sister is famous for that. I keep telling her, don't post shit of yourself on social media. Don't let people know you're going for a walk. Don't fucking tell people you're exercising. Don't tell people that you're going here or you're going there. Because the people that actually are looking at you on your social media, they're wishing you the worst because they're jealous, they're envious, and people honestly think that everybody around you is like all for you. It doesn't work that way. I'm telling you right now from experience, and we're all old enough to know better. But see, people just don't get it. And I'm not saying you're not getting it, but I'm just saying, like, in order for you to like get better, is to say less and do more. The more we say and the more we publicize our lives, the worse our lives get. Especially if we have like a lot of people looking at us, like it gets worse because people like are like, yeah, I don't want this person to succeed. I don't want this person to be happy. Look how many, people love this person, or look how many people want to be around this person. I wish I had that. As soon as you got all that negative energy around you, your life starts to flop. All right, Maria, let me see what's going on with you and Walter. Miss Bikini says, I don't like Mark's hat, but that's okay. My opinion matters not. It looks like baby poop brown. It's doo doo brown. It matches my shirt. And if you don't like it, that's okay. It's all right. It's cool. It's plain. Mhm. I'm not expecting you to like it all. It's cool. I'm not a fan. I'm good. I didn't make it. I just wear it. Excuse me. Ronald McDonald. All right. All right, Maria. What I see between you and Walter is good, like I always see. The next few days will be good between you and him. He's gonna tell you that you're a reliable person. You have good intentions. You're sincere. You're fair. You're reasonable. He desires you. He wants you. He thinks that you always have good intentions and you mean well, and your actions is good always to him. I think that he's gonna get better and better, like financially and more secure in the next couple days. Maybe because he saw his mayor friend, he's gonna get better or things are gonna get better. They might have a plan or something, looks like. Um, the only thing I see here is he might have some family conflict. So if he has like brothers, sisters, mom, dad, people in his family, they might have some differences of opinion. They might not be happy with each other. They might, have an argument or something like that. And I also see like his son wants to make a decision to be with him more or to do things with him. But he's very cautious in making the decision because he doesn't want to like affect anybody else. My dog's over here doing crazy things on her bed. She's psyching out. But that's the only thing that I see. But you and him are upright here. You guys are good. The next couple of days you both will be fine. You both will be like, sincere to each other, good to each other, proper balance, everything's good. I just feel like, he might have family problems or you too. You might be like having issues with your children or your family. So this could be like, this is the only negative thing in general I see between you and him. You guys might have family issues, differences of opinions, like arguments with family. You might argue with a sister or a brother or a family member, and then you both might go at each other and say, that's not what I told you. That's not what I wanted you to do. Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that. Like family stuff, family and children. So you might be arguing with your family and your children, and he might be arguing with his family and his children. So it could be either or. That's the only negative thing I see in the next couple of days. But you and him are always like that. See, next to each other, woman and the man next to each other, no problem. But it's just everything else is reversed. Families reversed, children are reversed. So you both might be dealing with family problems and children problems. But you and him are fine. Next couple of days, you guys will see each other, be with each other. Everything's gonna be fine. But try not to engage in any, family quarrels, family disputes. Going after each other for petty shit, contradicting each other, or just like going at each other for no reason. So I don't see those women at your job acting up. It's more of a family thing. The main thing is to like not engage in it. Just like I told Anne, and I tell a lot of people on here, Just like try not to like get involved. Sometimes it's really hard to ignore the ignorance because you want to say something, or your natural instinct is to say fuck you, or who the hell are you talking to? I'll slap the shit out of you, or don't talk to me like that. I'll throw this down pot at you. We all have, emotions. We're human beings. But the best thing to do is like to silence is better than bullshit. Like not even entertaining. Just let it go. Just be like, yeah, whatever, fuck you, bye. And just move on. So that way you don't let that energy sink inside of you. The more you absorb negative energy, the worse your day is gonna end up being. And you don't want that. But like always, you and Walter look good. Everything's fine. I just believe that you both will have issues with your children or your family. Nothing extremely, devastating or bad, just petty things. And his baby mama don't even show up here. It's more of like a family thing. Yeah, like I always tell you, he will be. You and him is not going to be a problem. It doesn't show me any issues with you and him. It's always the outside world. Baby mama, children, family, friends, work. Those are the issues, but you and him is fine. It's gonna be all good. Like I just told you, it's just, petty things with family and petty things with children. So like if you have like, a son and a daughter, your son might come home and say, "Hey mom, this guy at school tried to bully me," or "Hey, I got a flat tire, I had to fucking late to work," or "Hey mom, look, I'm leaving my job, I'm going somewhere else," or whatever. Like some shit like that. It's nothing like drastic or health wise. It's just petty bullshit arguing or petty shit, like just dumb shit. It's nothing like I don't see no tragic things or like no really bad things. It's just like decision making, being, contradiction, tricking, just involvement in like people's business. Just regular shit. It's nothing bad. I would tell you if it was bad, but it's not. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. All's good. What's wrong, baby? You good? You be a good girl? We're gonna go outside and go pee-pees, and then we're gonna go sleepies. Okay, baby? You've been a good girl today. You told everybody I gave you fish yesterday, and you ate it within 2 seconds and two bites. I gave her some fish. I had like about 4 or 5 pieces of fish left, so I broke it all up in pieces, and I gave it to her, and she was like, she's like, yes, fish. When she has like people food, she eats it fast, but if her own food, she'll take her time. She'll be like, yum, 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 yeah, yeah, it's the same old fucking bullshit. And then when I give her like, fish or potatoes or anything like, like people food, she goes crazy. And she'll drool. Damn dog. I give her like cookies every day. Two like they're called digestive cookies. They're like plain cookies. And I give her like two of them every day in the morning. Then I give her like a little bone biscuit. I give her that. And then if I have extra food, I'll give her some rice or some chicken or fish or whatever. I'll give her like the leftovers, mac and cheese or something. I give her some. She loves it. You know what she loves the most is ham. Like when she smells the ham in the oven, she'll be like, ah, pig. Ah, I want some pork. She goes crazy, absolutely crazy over ham and bacon and all that shit. I don't really give it to her all the time. I give it to her like maybe once in a while. I don't like to give her too much people food. Yes, let's pray for everybody, and let's also pray for Marley. She's gonna be in a very bad storm tonight and tomorrow. She's with her mom right now, so because her mom has a brick house, so she's over there safely. So let's pray that her home that she originally lives in is going to be safe from the storm, and where she's there right now with her mom, she'll be safe, and everyone else that's around her be safe. Hopefully, no deaths, and hopefully, if they lose electricity, it's not for long. And let's pray that everybody's going to be okay. She was in here earlier, Tanya. Yeah, Maria. My friend Marley, she's gonna have the tornadoes tonight or tomorrow morning. I saw where it went earlier, and I was like, holy shit. We get that shit here too. We get hurricanes and tornadoes all the time. So let's pray that everybody's gonna be okay. We can't do nothing about Mother Nature. She does what she wants, but we can always pray that Mother Nature doesn't do a lot to us. And if it does anything to anybody, hopefully it's not death defying or too bad where you can't recover. But whatever the case may be, let's pray and we'll be fine. You know, we'll be okay. When I go through hurricanes every year, you guys always pray for me. So, and I'm always good the next day or the day after. I tell everybody I'm fine. So you see, all our prayers are working. Because if not, I'll be not here right now. So the more we pray, the more God listens and sees and hears, and He'll make sure we're okay. So we can hang out every night. But not only pray for us and our families, but for everybody else too, that they're safe. Self-inflicted stuff is out of our hands. Free will is out of our hands, but we can pray though. That's what we do when we put our hands together. So on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. It's already 1:20 in the morning. I need to get my ass out of here. I've been sitting on my ass for 2 hours now. I need to get up and go walk and take my dog outside. Then I'm gonna go sleep. And I'll be here tomorrow. I have nothing to do tomorrow night. All my teams played today, so no games tomorrow. So I'll be on here tomorrow night for sure. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my Jesus cards out tomorrow. I have some Jesus cards and some like religious cards. I'm gonna bring them tomorrow. I need to remind myself to go get them because I have this deck. It has Jesus on it, right? And it has like these, nice, cool, like religious messages on them. And I always used to hold it up to the camera and say, "All of you need Jesus in your life." And I used to pull Jesus cards every Sunday. I was remembering that the other day. I was like, you know what? I was looking for this other deck, still didn't find it. And then I found the Jesus deck. I said, oh, yeah, see, I went to go look for the sex positions deck and I found the Jesus deck. That's Jesus telling me something. Don't look at that damn deck. Look at this one. That's what they need. They don't need no sex. They need me. They need Jesus in that damn life. All right. Good night, guys. Good night, Anne, Maria, Tanya, Dan, Marley. All you guys in here. I don't know who else is in here, but I think Marley's going to sleep. Or she might have one eye open with her wolfie blanket. The other Maria Virgo, I don't know if you're here. Good night. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. When you go bed tonight, make sure you pray that everybody's going to be good. If not, God's listening. God's watching. All right, take care, guys. I'm finished talking shit for tonight.